So my goal today is to show you the left and right movement of the cue ball when it deflects and the impact and how it throws the target ball either left or right depending on what you put on the cue ball. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to basically aim straight at this ball, and we're going to use the right English, and we're going to have that throw that 11 ball or whatever your target ball is so it goes more to the left. And next we're just going to set up kind of like a problem ball, doing the same thing, pretty much aiming straight at that ball, putting a lot of right on this cue ball but shooting straight. Remember, we're going to deflect a little bit to the left with that cue ball so it kind of goes around that 7, and once it makes contact, throw the 11 to the left, and that cue ball is going to have spin and it's just going to go straight to the right. Just wait for that to roll out. You can kind of see how much it's already drifting off. And there, we made it. And for the next shot, we're going to add some distance, and I'm only going to put a little bit of right on that, and you can see I missed just by a little bit, so I'm going to throw a lot more, and that 11 ball came way much more into that pocket. And now this one's set up a little bit more tricky. Can only see so much of that 11 ball, so we're going to hit with a lot of right English. As you can see, my line's just obstructed a little bit, but with our deflection, the cue ball is going to go to the left a little bit, and you'll be able to see that with the line. And as it goes by those balls, it's going to be holding this right spin the whole way down there until it hits our 11 ball, and hopefully that's what makes it pocket in pretty easy. Now remember, this is somewhat like a masse. In a sense, it's just not very extreme to where it's a fancy trick shot. But this is definitely a way to get around balls when you just have a narrow path and you need to just kind of use some English to spin around those balls. So remember that you can always go back and just rewind or even pause some of these shots. I would recommend, if some of these shots that I'm making are playing a little too fast, just rewind it real quick and then kind of review what I was talking about. So our next shot, we're going to be using right again, and we're just going to try to bring that cue ball straight back to us. We're going to be kind of cutting that in slightly, not too much though, just enough angle so when that cue ball hits off of that side rail, it's got enough right spin that it wants to come kind of back toward our hand or where our Q-tip is. That's our goal for this little drill. Just make sure that we're following through. You can tell that I am putting a pretty firm stroke behind these. I would say probably a good 7 on my lag speed. But just try to make sure that you're bringing it straight back to your hand. And then with this, I just have a quick question. You can see that I look like I've way overcut this and it should be going to the outside of that side pocket. Why don't you leave me a comment and an educated guess as to why that ball is able to fall in to the pocket with that type of cut. Thank you.